Alright, so we finally got a beautiful spring day, and I'm going to take a break from the goat videos and show off all my chickens. I've got lots of chickens and lots of different breeds. So let's head out to the chicken coop and show them off. I'm going to try to name all the breeds as they come out. So they're just snacking on some barley right now. I scored a bunch of barley from a mill. It was just barley that had spilled, and they're like, well, if you come gather it up, it's yours for free. And it lasted us all through the winter. We supplemented everybody's diet with it, the goats and the chickens. So that was nice. Anyways. Alright, I think that covers most of the chickens I have. I've got barred rocks, I've got Morans, both French black copper Morans and a golden cuckoo Moran. I've got olive eggers and Easter eggers, and then both of my roosters. There's a white one and a blue one. My blue rooster is the one that I have been breeding with, so all of the olive eggers and Easter eggers are his offspring. And then I brought in this white rooster from my friend, and I'm gonna do breeding with him this year. So he is an Americana, or supposed to be an Americana, and I'll know if he breeds true if his offspring create the really nice olive green egg from these Morans. So I guess you kind of have to a little bit know about egg genetics and how they pass them on. So just a little tidbit for anyone who doesn't know. If you have a rooster that has a blue egg genetic and a hen that has a dark brown egg genetic, because the egg is colored in two different ways, those two colors will actually mix, and that's what creates the olive colored egg. So blue eggs, shell is actually blue, and brown eggs, it's the coating on the outside that is brown. And so once you mix those two together with that brown coating and the blue shelled egg, you get olive. And the same thing works for my Easter eggers over the tan. So the blue egg genetic rooster with the tan egg genetic hens, those will make like the light green, like mintish or spearmint colored and blue colored for the Easter eggers. And those ones can have varying degrees. But anyways, yeah, I'll know when I have his offspring laying eggs if he was true to his breed and passed on that blue egg genetic, because then they will have the nice pretty olive color. My nice chickens. So you can see these 4 black ones up front. These are all my French copper Morans. And then the cuckoo Moran, that gold one. And then my barred rocks, all those stripy ones. And then, let's see, the rest are going to be the olive eggers and the Easter eggers. So I've got a couple light blue Easter eggers over here. A black Easter egger right there in the middle-ish. Let's see. got an Easter egg over here. She's from a silver lace Wyandotte. And there is a blue olive egger right there in the middle. And then there's the other olive egger right here, just kind of doing her own thing. But one of the ways I can tell my olive eggers from my Easter eggers, because they don't always have the same features. So for example, that Easter egger right there in the middle, she's got what's called muffs and beards, or a muff and a beard, muffs and beards. And that's what that rooster has. Instead of having big old wattles, he's got like what looks like a beard. It's big and fluffy under his chin. And some of my Easter eggers have that, but not all of them. Like the one from the Wyandotte, she's just got the regular pea comb, no beard or anything like that. But the olive eggers, so I don't know if you can actually tell from these videos. The olive eggers have feathering on the shank of their leg because the mothers are the feathered French variety of the Morans. So they have feathered legs and toes, and they pass on that feathering to their offspring. So I can easily tell which ones are olive eggers just by the feathering on their shank. The only difference is this cuckoo Moran. So her feathering is very, very, very light. And so her offspring, it's almost non-existent on. Like you can see it as chicks. But as they grow, they kind of grow out of it. Which is the case in my black olive egger. Hers is basically very light to just a few speckles of what was feathers. I think you can kind of see on this one. Let's see if we can zoom in. Her scratching here. Can you tell? She has slight feathering on her legs there. And then this is one of the French Morans, and her feathering is all down and on her toe a little bit. These bigger birds actually have the best feathering. They come down almost all the way to their toe, whereas the two that I got last year, they're slightly smaller and have a little less feathering. See, that one does not have any feathering. And that's the Easter egger. And that's the really only way I can tell the olive eggers from the Easter eggers apart. Most of my olive eggers do have the smaller comb, and they don't usually get the beard, like this one right here. But it can always change, so it's not a good indicator. This one is beautiful. You're missing all the green. You're missing all the green. That's my black olive egger. Yep. See? She just laid this egg. That was actually really awesome timing. Okay, that's what an olive egg looks like. And this one's one of the lighter ones. Some of the ones I have are actually really dark. Alright, watch how fun this is. I'm gonna shake the green scoop. And they all just come a-running. We're gonna put this grain out here so they have to scratch to find it. There we go. So these guys are free range. So as soon as the snow melts, they're out here foraging in our pasture. We do supplement them with a layer pellet, and then all the chicken or kitchen scraps and everything from the kitchen. And then of course they do get grains and sunflower seeds and just anything else just kind of thrown in the mix. And then as soon as it starts snowing again, they unfortunately are confined to just the run. But I would much rather have them free ranging, especially since I sell eggs. I like to make sure that the quality of the eggs that I sell are as nutritious and as healthy as I can produce, so that my customers are getting the best. So that's why they get to free range almost 24/7. I open up that run in the morning and I close it up at night. Alright, we're going to come into the run just to get out of the wind a little bit. And they're all going to leave. Watch. Also, I put up this corrugated metal every winter just to cut down on that cold wind that blows into the run. But I think I might leave it on this year. I feel like it makes a pretty good wind block for these guys because we get some pretty strong winds there from that direction, and it makes it a little better in here for them. So an interesting thing about these barred rocks, my blue rooster and these barred rocks actually make sex-linked chicks. What sex-linked chicks are is when the chicks hatch out, you can determine what sex they are just from the color of their down. So it's just a very interesting gene, basically. The blue rooster will give all of his daughters his color, and the striped females will give all of their sons their color. So when the chicks hatch out, all of the boys are going to have a white spot on their head, and all of the girls will be solid. And then as they mature, all of the boys will have the striping gene, and all of the girls will be solid colored. So that's kind of a fun, unique thing when you mix the striped gene and a blue gene. It does work with other colors. I'm just not sure of all of them. That's just the one that I know for sure because that's the one I use. But yeah, it's kind of neat.
Thanks for watching and stay tuned. We'll have an incubation video coming up.